Can you share with us your management style?
This is my management style. I manage by walking around. Sa akin, I skip level So I would talk up to the drivers. And I start my business at 5 in the morning. Because I wake up early. Sa amin, para magsasaka. Pag dumating na ng alas 10, tapos ng araw sa akin. At 12 o'clock, that is already another day. And I've been doing that since 1969, since I passed the board in 1970. I work in the day and I teach at night. And Saturday and Sunday, I take up my master in taxation. So, but siguro habit ko na lang yun We have about 9 or 10 presidents that report to me. And with technology now, we're not afraid really to face and involve ourselves in technology. Kanina, sinasabi ko sa inyo, the supply chain. And the birth of our new company on Credit Business Solutions is because we have problems. Siguro kayo rin, we wrote of like billions of pesos kasi hindi namin makakolekta. And because of records, again. Kasi sa companies na pag hindi ka nagkukolekta, ayaw magbayad Hindi ba? So again, if your records are topsy-turvy, hindi ka rin pabayaran. So we learn our lessons, and we are not afraid really to put technology there. So there, if you want, there's a new technology now, I'm saying, because we're using SAP, the enterprise, but there's a new technology now called financial supply chain management. It is more in managing your receivables. When we put that up, we save close to 40 million a year, and we spend like 75 million in our software and implementation. Pero nabawi na namin after 2 years of operation. And ngayon, nabuhay ngayon ng isang kumpanya. And there's a birth of another company because of that. And this is now what we are trying to help our customers collect more money. Di ba? Pag yung problema, naging opportunity at marami pa kaming natutulungan ngayon magbayad. So because of that problem, we were able to move ahead and then earn a little revenue in the process. That question, as you asked, how I managed it, ang mahirap talaga if you're an entrepreneur, walang oras Walang oras siya, 24/7, walang Saturday, walang Sunday. So you have to balance your family. And me pressure, there's a price to pay. Because I have 4 daughters, I didn't see my 2 daughters grow. That's the pain. Diba? Mabuti naman dalawang anak na babae, nakita ko, maalagaan ko na. But just the same, because of the time, lahat naman may kapalit May kapalit lahat dyan. So the hardest thing is to balance the family. Kung ang inyong asawa hindi cooperative at hindi kayo maiintindihan, mahirap din. So, paintindi nyo sa inyong asawa na ito ay para sa kanila rin. Di ba? So, that is the hardest thing of being an entrepreneur. Kung hindi, ayan, makapaghiwalay. Yun ang advice ko dyan sa inyo. Di ba? So, scale of 1 to 10. Marami nga entrepreneur dyan, successful. But nothing is so successful if you're not, there is no success at home. To me, that is success. Yung hindi broken ang family. Kasi yung pera, madali naman kitain. Mamaya lang, pag-uwi natin, at kayo may kita na yun. Di ba? Kumita na tayo sa raffle. Di ba? Di ba? Kumita na tayo sa mag-ibig. Yun na. And when you wake up in the morning, ang advice ko na siya, look up, because sa umaga, libre yung araw. They always thank God. God is free. If I'm from there, you can proceed. Talaga maraming problema. Problema lang natin ngayon, traffic na problema Di ba? All of us, we all join together, we can solve this problem. Sabihin na lang natin, tigilan natin number coding Di ba? We stop. Ibig ko sabihin, if we raise our hands here, most of you have 2 cars. Hindi ba nalala ko ng pustahan dito, almost kalahati sa atin dito, may spare car Di ba? Sino may kasalanan, pinayagan natin Do you know how much is the excess cars and the excess money because of number coding? Sa amin, sa Ayala, Alabang, we have 4,500 residents. O, yan. Ito tayo, ha? O, si Mr. may kotse, si Mrs. may kotse. O, ano effect ng number coding? O, magaling yun. Nasa supply chain express kayo. Sobra minimum, ha? Is 9,000 cars. Alabang alone in our place is about 9 billion pesos minimum. It could go up to 12 billion. Kasi ibang reserve doon, may mga Forston, may ganito, may Oldie, may Joshua, etc., etc. Because of the backup. O, ay pumunta tayo, katabi doon, BF, San Jose, etc., etc. Ang minimum, overall, ang aking own estimate is about 100 billion pesos. Just imagine. Alam ko lang kung saan daw, mamaya, tanggalin sa akin yung aking mga kliyente nagbebenta ng kotse. Di ba? Pero ilagay lang natin sa tama. Since we are in logistics, we are in the supply chain management, we have to come out and voice together our opinion na mali na itong number coding. Hindi lang sa inyo yun. Kaya nasa procurement. Alam ba nyo sa amin ang aming spare or backup sa R21? Make a guess. If we have 200 vehicles in Metro Manila, what is our backup or how much is our reserve? Based on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Again, magagaling kayo sa logistics. Ilan ang backup ni Mr. Lina? Utilizing 100% capacity always. Wala pang reserve yun. Sige, ilan ang kailangan ko para 100%? Using the number coding group. O ano? Ilan ang backup? 200 ang aking dapat operating capacity. Ilan ang dapat na reserve ni Mr. Lina? Taas ang kamay. Ang unang makakasagot ng tama, may regalo kay Mr. Lina. Ilan? 40 years ago. Hindi ko sasabihin kung tama ulit. Another one. 200. Sige, ito pa. No?
760.
No?
40.
Ay, wala makasagot eh. Magla-lecture ulit ako sa inyo nasa logistics. Mamaya, meron kayong lapis at papel dyan eh, di ba? Okay. Ang reserve is for every 100 is 25. Para walang patla, walang gap. Pag kasi, hindi 100 yun, di ba? So 20, 20, 20, 20, ibigay mo pa yung isa. Kaya 25. 25 for every 100. So ang reserve namin is 50 for our 200. But kaya 250. Can we just imagine? Because of number coding, ang backup namin is 50. And you know how much is 50? 1 million each, and 50 million na. Hindi lang yun. Tingnan nyo kung ilan ang sa kotse nyo ang ilalagay nyo na reserve pag hindi nyo ginagamit na gasolina. Sa yung kotse, 10 liters, 20 liters, 30 liters. I don't just imagine ilan yung kotse na hindi ginagamit na naano lang agad yung gasolina. Hindi pinayaman na naman natin si Petro, si ano, di ba? Eh bakit hindi natin payamanin yung ating bulsa? Kailangan lang mag-unite tayo sa enough is enough. Anong alternative to number coding? Hindi naman kasi tayo nagpo-propose eh. Alam ba nyo? Ang decision ng bayan nasa inyo lahat dito. Because your business is supply chain. Pakikita naman kayo ng taong bayan, yung mga congressman at senador. Di ba? Ang supply chain natin dito. Imagine the impact of number coding doon sa mga kargamento. Kaya mahal ang bigas, mahal ang sugar, hindi makabalik yung sasakyan eh. Do you know that the 10-wheelers or the tractor-heads, lugi na halos na yun ang mga nandyan sa negosyo yan kasi hindi makaikot eh. Walang turn around na 2 pesos, 3 pesos. If you cannot utilize your trucks on a 24-hour basis, you will hardly earn money, I tell you. Kaya kung tumitang si Mr. Lina nung araw, ang tawag sa amin lagaring hapon. Lagaring hapon, may forward, may reverse. If you cannot move your vehicles on forward and reverse, talo ka. Na kanino namin kukuhanin yung para kumita? Hindi sa atin din tayo pareho. We share the parties. Ganun lang naman yun. Sharing lang naman yun. Hindi naman kung pwedeng matalo si Pedro. Hindi naman pwedeng palaging talo si Juan. Magbabalanse. Everybody has to make that sacrifice. And because of number voting. Ngayon, ano solusyon? Yeah. Magaling kayo sa solusyon. Like, di ba? One of these days, let's get together again. And we make a proposal to ang head ngayon ng traffic is si Herbert, si Mayor Bautista ng MMDA, di ba? Sila gumagawa ng resolution dyan. Because ang number coding is only an MMDA resolution. And then we have suffered long enough. At tatanong naman sa inyo dyan, or supply chain management, ano ang inyong solusyon? Nagdagdag kayo ng dagdag eh. Wala naman kayong ginagawa at sasabihin sa atin, di ba? One of these days, I think you can create a committee, we can create a committee, ay paglaban natin yung tama. Kawawa yung mga Truckers Association. You yourselves contract these people like us. Alam ba nyo yung mga truck doon? 30-year-old and over na. Marami na namamatay. Maraming BTV. Sa mga jeepney drivers namin to judge atin, alam ba nyo sa Metro Manila, kalahati po dyan ay may tama sa baga. Kalahati ng mga drivers may tama sa baga. Yan ang masasabi ko dyan. Yan ang aming research dito. Kahapon lang, kausap ko yung presidente ng Truckers Association of the Philippines. They came over to my office, dalawa sila. Ano na ba gagawin natin for dito, etc. May rule pa ngayon na you can only load mga up to 50 tons per truck. O, so kapag load ng mga 16 or 20, kukuha ka na naman ng isang truck para ma-load mo kung 20 tons. So again, dadagdag na naman sa cost ng operation. So, ito na nangyayari ngayon, hindi lang alam ng iba. And this is me. Alam mo yung pag nag-spike ang presyo ng gasolina sa amin, di ba? Eh yan yung mga kontrata naman namin, may contract dyan, good for 6 months, 1 year. Ayan na yan, mga pera, very benevolent yung aming kliyente. Sige, adjust natin. Eh, why will adjust? Paano sila sa kontrata? 1 year, walang alawan yan eh. So, poor supplier or poor truckers or poor forwarder will suffer the loss. Yun yan, di ba? Di lang kami naiintindihan mo. Kasi humingiti na rito. Kung sabi si Mr. Lina, masyado madaldal eh. Di ba sinasabi ko si Secretary Rano? We have to tell that, be transparent to all. Because sila naman nagbabayad sa atin eh. Di ba? Sa purchasing. Sabihin ng purchasing, ay hindi. Pagkirma ka ng kontrata, kasalanan mo. Yan. Ano ang gagawin ng ibang mga kontratista? Mag-shortcut. Di ba? Kasi tempo kayo. Ano pag-shortcut? No, yun. Both loses. Di ba? The suppliers and the providers. So, yun lang ang aking advice sa inyo. Pwede kayo maging entrepreneur. A lot of people that are here, as I said, you can start small. You can start with 1 truck. But logistics is so broad. Hindi naman kung sinabi na logistics and tracking, di ba? Malaki, malawak. You can even teach. Sa mga supply chain dito, what will you do when you retire? Kami, malapit na kami dyan. Kasi kasama natin si Mr. Recto, nasa advocacy na tinatanong ko siya habang kami magkatabi kanina. We can do still na. Huwag kayong mag-retire. Pero si Mr. Recto, very passionate pa rin siya sa kanilang advocacy. And that's what we really need in our country. Remember, we have about 7,000 islands here, and that is a challenge to all of us. We have a great responsibility to make this country great. We are already there. Di ba? Pakit na tayo. Our country needs a lot of logisticians. You're one of those. You can influence